Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Leonardo Simple G, and I've been away for a long time. It's been like 2 months that I haven't posted anything. Like I said at the beginning of the year, it's going to be a tough year to post stuff, but I managed to do a little bit at the beginning of the year. Then I started working, and work kind of conflicted with the schedules of posting and doing the editing and all that, and I couldn't do it anymore. But I'm back. I'm back. I'm still playing video games. I'm still playing Warframe, the Dauntless, and the demos, and I'm going to show it all to you
We
in the next
crave your
few
patience
weeks.
for
But first
just
of
a
all, let's start
little
with the really
longer.
important news, which was Tennocon. Tennocon was back in July 16. There was a lot of things shown. I wasn't really hype about anything, but I can honestly say that after watching, it became my favorite Tennocon ever. They showed a lot of new stuff. Mainly, they talked about the Deviri Paradox, which is going to be another open world that we have in Warframe. But it won't have mining, it won't have fishing, but it will have, reasons for us to go back over and over again. One of those reasons being, at least it's rumored, that new Warframes or several Warframes will be in there for you to try. I mean, this is a good idea because at Genshin Impact we already get the opportunity to try out new characters when they come out. So it's a cool feature. No, you try out the Warframe when it comes out, and then you decide to farm it or not. I think this also goes hand in hand with the fact that they are going to cap mastery rank. I might be wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen because they have, over 50 warframes and 500 weapons, and it's starting to get like, people that get in the game, they have this huge mountain to climb, so they're going to be like,
Leave it all to me.
okay, let's just um,
Clean up.
put all the assets at the availability of the player, and then he chooses which one he wants to get to that, that high level. But it's all just rumors, so we really don't know. We do know that we'll be playing with another version of the Drifter. We'll have more customizations for the Drifter. We will be fighting the big snakes and all that, and we will have to melee now with the Drifter and probably the Operator too. Other than that, the biggest news that came out of Tennocon was that Steve and the hard crew are going to leave Warframe. They're going to start on another project, and community director Reb is now going to be the creative director. I think this is a good decision because the game is pretty old, and I think people, once you do a thing for like almost 10 years, you kind of get burned out by it by having new ideas. So having new blood in it is cool, and the devs are going to work on something else. I am just a little bit worried that Reb is excellent at damage control and at how can I say, tweaking other people's work or decisions to match what the community wants. But being in the driver's seat is completely different now. She has come up with her own ideas. She has come up with her own Warframe themes, her own story, which was it wasn't good. Let's just be frankly. I never liked Warframe story. It's just too convoluted, too many assets. So what I'm hoping Reb will do, which is exactly what moms do, it's just tidy everything up. I hope that she manages a way to bring everything together, get rid of the assets that are there. Just, they were created once and they were there for a little time, but now they're completely irrelevant or obsolete or have no really place there. I'm hoping that maybe she will be able to combine Railjack with our original star chart, clear up a few nodes, make the nodes all different or the planets all different. I don't know if she managed to tidy up Warframe, because right now, I mean, just look at the game right now. It's a lot. It's just a lot. It's a complete mess trying to navigate through there. So if she managed to at least do that, at least clean up that part, I'll be happy with it. The devs, like I said, are going to work on another project. The project is called Soulframe. It is not a Souls-like. They already cleared that out. It's going to be just like Warframe, only it's going to be melee. Of course, the action will not be as fast because by usually melee games don't have that fast-paced action, unless of course it's Devil May Cry, which is not going to be like. But I think there's going to be a little bit of combination of combos and progression, and it's going to be progressive generated tiles, progressive generated levels, which is the same formula as Warframe. The theme is completely different. This time is more about Earth and about the environment. It's not about sci-fi, so it's going back to fantasy. It looks a little bit like Elden Ring, and that's the main thing that I doesn't push me for it. I do like melee games. I absolutely love them. But once I saw that, I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling it. I felt it more for Godfall, and Godfall turned out to be terrible. So, if this game turns out to take the space and to succeed in the place of where Godfall failed, I am going to be happy about it. I'm not feeling very hyped for the title. From what I've seen, I've not really felt like, oh, this is kind of game that I want to get engaged with. But, let's do which is own, and we'll have it's still early in the production, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, we also saw the new Werewolf Warframe that's coming out. We also have already know this Werewolf frame, she-werewolf frame, is not going to be the next one. The next one is going to be one called Stynax, and it's a lance and shield. And I found in the forums quite a while back, I think it's 2017, an Xbox player that posted a really good concept, because Stynax right now only has an animated short. When it comes out, it'll be a 7-minute animated short just for this character. But the design is not exactly, detailed. It's not Warframe ready yet. But there was a concept done a few years back that looked amazing. If it looks a little bit like this, it's going to be enough. Now, the next Warframe they're going to come out after that one will be the she-werewolf. Now, people are saying, oh, it should be a werewolf, shouldn't be a she-werewolf. It doesn't matter. It's a she-werewolf. And I like the design. I absolutely love it. And I love it even more because the person that drew the design was Joe Madureira. Now, for those who don't know, Joe Madureira started in comics and then moved on to be creative director for video games and now runs Airship Syndicate. Now, I absolutely love his art. I have most of his comics, most of his hardcovers. I follow his games over decades, really. I'm a big fan of Darksiders, which was his big main hit. Then he has Darksiders Genesis. He also worked on Battle Chasers, which is taken from his original comic. And recently he's just finished the Ruined King for League of Legends, for Riot. And it's good. If you're like me and you like the aesthetic, the design, and the animations, you can wholly be hyped for what's coming from this artist. The she-wolf design is not very like the animation is very comic book like, so there will be tweaks. I did find one that looked more Warframe like, which is Fenrir. So if it's a combination of these two, I think we're safe. I think it's going to be great. But the reason this Tennocon was my absolute favorite is because Airship Syndicate and Digital Extremes are working on a new free-to-play MMO. Now, we've seen snips of it, I know, very blurry and some concept arts, and I'm absolutely hyped for this game. This will probably be my next main game because, Warframe has 10 years, so the next one will come, and I hope it doesn't fail like Godfall or like Babylon's Fall, because Babylon's Fall was terrible, and I was hoping for a new melee fantasy MMO, free-to-play. And this, I really hope this one succeeds. I'm really, really hyped for this one. And from what I've seen from his work, from what I've seen from his previous games, I can only expect good things. I'm not really sure how the business model of Digital Extremes or Tencent is going to work in the game. If it's going to be procedurally generated levels, if it's going to be open world. But either way, I'm very hyped for this game. I'm very hyped to look at it, to play it, probably even buy the art book. So yes, this is my favorite Tennocon. And I'll leave a promise here to you guys on my channel, for those who watch me, for those who know that I love Warframe and I've always seen it. If in the next Tennocon 2023, Joe Mad makes an appearance with this game, because this game is going to be presented later in the year at TGA or the Games Award. I think it's going to be presented at the Games Award later in the game. If Joe Madureira appears at Tennocon on the next year, 2023, I am going to be there. I'll make all my efforts available. I'll pitch out of my own savings to go to Tennocon and to see this reveal, because I'm really, really excited about this. So that's it. Tennocon was good. I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite. I'm very hyped for this new title. Before I go, one last thing that I noticed that I think it's a really quality of life for Warframe. We now have teleport points in the open worlds. I never saw this before because I rarely go to the open worlds unless I have to, and this time I had to, and I found out that I had this in Deimos. This is also in Fortuna and in the Plains of Ireland, and I think it's a good quality of life improvement for the game. So that's everything for now. I have to go back and farm the Cora Prime. If you got it, congratulations. I'm still working on it. On all, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.